Daniel Figaratto is just one of many who lost his home in the park fire in California. The firefighter says he was at home in Cohasset with his wife and children when the wildfires broke out and thankfully was able to get out in time. Daniel joins me now from Sacramento, California to discuss this, to talk about this. Daniel, thank you so much for your time. So glad to see that you are safe. How are you doing? How is your family doing?
We're hanging in there. It was a little bit hectic at first, as I have 4 children with 1 on the way. My wife's about 7 months pregnant. So when we got the orders, before we got the order to leave, we started doing a few things, packing up some personal items that were important to us. And then went and got my horses, loaded it up, came back, got my family, and we went down, and they shut the road down right behind us as we got down the hill. So we're one of some of the, some of the last people to get down.
Oh, this is, I mean, this has to be incredibly difficult for all of you, your children, your wife who is pregnant, as you mentioned. One of your neighbors who stayed behind checked up on you and also shared with you what the area was like. We can see images there of what's left of your home. But what else did your neighbor share with you?
Well, she shared with me that my chicken coop actually survived and all my chickens were there. And that brought a smile to my children's face, because they were, one of the first things they said were like, oh, our chickens aren't going to be there. And when they saw them kind of run out of their coop, and it brought a smile, and they hadn't had a smile for a few days. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah. You yourself, you're a firefighter, and you say you plan on going back to Cohasset to volunteer. What more can be done to help families in need right now? There are so many families that are going through so much, having to run from these flames. Right now, that fire is only about 12% contained. So how much longer do you think this will last?
You know, wildland fires are kind of unpredictable. Hopefully the weather keeps working with the crews that are currently out there. They do a good job. They got a lot of experience, but they're still very unpredictable. The biggest thing with people is just, staying away, waiting for the local communities to let them know when they can start going back up when it's safe. Obviously there's a lot of down power lines and trees and such. There's just a lot of people that, lost everything. A lot of people don't have insurance. I'm fortunate enough that I do. I'm trying to go back and volunteer and just help out some of my neighbors that stayed behind to protect their houses because they didn't have insurance. And, as soon as I get the okay to go up, maybe in volunteer status, my department's currently not involved in it. I'm a little bit further away from where this is at. I happen to be on leave, thank God, actually, because if I wasn't, having my wife try to do all that and get out without me there would have been, I don't know if that would have happened. So, whatever I can do, little things. We helped out during the campfire, did a lot of volunteering, getting supplies and stuff up there. So all I care about is we have a small community, but it's really tight. And it's really sad what's going on, what happened to all of them.
And Daniel, we're so sorry to hear about the loss of your home, but so thankful that you have your family, your children. You guys are all safe and got out of there. And it's very honorable that you plan on going back to help your neighbors and volunteer. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your experience with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Stephanie.